Come and get started on a new mission, a new direction, a new intention. Welcome to 5.8G Alive at Connections 50 Plus. I am Terri-Ann Joseph Brathwaite.
And I am Jennifer Gibbons Joseph, catering to all your prospects in the third act of life.
Economic well-being, social gratification, personal fulfillment.
Join us on Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Connections 50 Plus Facebook page, YouTube channel,
and on Gael the Caribbean.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Connections 50 Plus 5.8G Alive. Welcome. We have a special show here for you. I am Jennifer Gibbons Joseph, one of the co-creators of Connections 50 Plus, and as usual with me is my colleague.
Hi and welcome everyone. I'm Terri-Ann Joseph Brathwaite, the other co-creator of Connections 50 Plus. Christmas time, Jennifer. Christmas time. I bring out the Christmas.
Yes. I noticed, very exciting time. I'm not doing much shopping. As I said, I'm repurposing. I am still there, still fixing and moving plants and just having a good time in this joyous season. Yeah. Listening to all the nice, some new parent soca out. I am enjoying. Let me tell you all, I didn't have radio on all the time, but since I didn't know the seniors, what's the seniors anthem?
Pensioners anthem. Pensioners.
I have my radio on whole day and I am dancing, singing, and I could tell you if Terri-Ann asked me what's the latest soca parent.
Do you know Marcia Miranda and Young Brothers are passing by you?
Hey, I was going and tell you that. Hey,
No, there's some beauty and Calypso nice
very
man
nice
Farangin.
Yes.
I don't know how people could not like this is why this whole period gets me so excited. You're going to Christmas into Carnival and it's just like how you could be quarreling? How you could be quarreling? How? I don't know. How?
I am just saying, I have found, I didn't have on the radio all the time,
We are such beautiful and creative people. We are happy people. No. When you listen to the selections, how we just celebrate and how we just enjoy life. No.
Yes.
No one can beat us. I don't get. No one can beat us.
Great. And guess what? Terri-Ann was born in the month of December. So tomorrow, Tuesday, is her birthday. And we're celebrating. So what I thought would be nice to just chat as she's getting older. And so I will be chatting with Terri-Ann. She'll be doing most of the talking as usual.
Just seniors interview.
Yeah. So, to share a bit about her life, and that's what I thought would be nice, a nice way to have a birthday Christmas feature, let me put it that way, starring Terri-Ann. Yeah.
Now she's put some weight onto it. Okay.
So this is our special Christmas birthday program.
So we in tune with Terri-Ann now?
Oh, yes.
Okay. We're in tune.
So Terri-Ann, let's start. You're getting older. You are heading into mid-60s.
64.
Yes, which is a great age. And you're very, very vibrant, healthy, enjoying life. Clearly enjoying life, in my opinion. Right.
Yes, I am.
I would like you to let's start by you sharing, just in terms of your experiences, what would you say are the things or maybe the people that have shaped your life to date?
Well, I would say if you say shape my life, because life is so multifaceted, I would have to
Yes.
say shape my outlook.
Yeah, well,
Because
that's great. That's
coming
great.
into retirement, it is my outlook that I would, and as I get older, Jennifer, and as I um spend time with my mom before she passed, looked at my mom and dad and how they lived, and spend time with my dad, I have to say that I inherited their outlook on life. Life is for living, it is for fun. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have challenges and difficulties, but the fact that you have life means that you are here, you're not dead. And
Yeah.
you have, there is always so much more than the dark, you know?
Yeah.
So I would say the one thing that has shaped my approach to life is that I'm always open to discovery and finding more. And it's not looking for more from a place of dissatisfaction, but it's looking for more from a place of curiosity and interest. So
Mhm.
I think that descriptor could really explain a lot of me through my life. And anybody who knows me in whichever field you know me, they'll probably see, I hope that I've given a fair reflection. We didn't practice these questions, people. So,
As usual.
yeah,
As
I think
Terry,
it's
as
been
Terry,
very.
I'm speaking and thinking, okay, but Terri-Ann, as you said that, many of us, when we reach this stage, people will ask us, what is your most proud of? What have you achieved most? And you may hear sometimes when that question is asked, somebody might say, a children, this, different answers like that. What would you say in terms of if you ask the same question, what would you say is the most proud moment or achievement, if you could think of any?
Now, you have to know me very well to appreciate what I'm going to say right here, right? You have to know me real good. And if you take it the wrong way, it means you don't really know me. But
Okay.
honest to
Mhm.
goodness and without any bravado or whatever it is, my proudest achievement is myself. I
Yeah.
really look at my life day to day. I look at where I am, how I live. I look at myself as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a child, I look at my professional achievements, and I look at me and I just say, wow, what a package. And I think having come to this stage and being where I am, mind, body, soul, everything, I am just really, really proud of myself. And not for a minute do I think this is a solo project. It is very divinely inspired and driven. And also, the family and the people I've had around me helped to build it. But if I am to say something, it is in all of those roles combined, I think I have been quite successful by my standards and for the goals that I've set for myself. Um, and I think that landing where I am today on the eve of my 64th birthday, I think I've done well. So I think this product arriving here is my greatest achievement.
So
Yeah.
would you say, all right, and I hear you have no problem with that, but it's a your package, a package consisting of different elements from different things.
It's a
From
mother, it's a
from
wife, it's a sister, it's
yeah,
a child,
yeah.
it's a co-worker, it's a friend, it's a colleague, it's a neighbor, it's a all those things all together in one. I can't pick any
Combine.
single area. So,
Right.
and it, if I were to say it's my achievement, my greatest achievement is not my children. My children are now adults. They are their own people.
Yeah.
They shape themselves. So it really is that I am this multifaceted person that still, as I said, if you know me, you'd understand.
Yeah. No, but that's great, because we reach the years we are talking about, a combination of years.
Mhm.
And it's really to say is one particular thing. Some people say is maybe, as I say, your marriage, your children, your academic qualification. No, all that combined
Me. Mhm.
together, of course, with your determination and faith and that
As
this
I said,
is
it's divinely
having that
driven.
view
Mhm.
of who you want to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's divinely driven,
No,
and
I think that's relatable. You could relate to that.
yeah.
Would you be able to identify any aspect of your life right now that you still have continuously gotten joy out of? Let me put it that way. That right through, you could say, yeah, I always like partying, or always like art, or
Hmm.
something that is trending throughout the years.
I I would say it will be. I have a lot of very long standing relationships with
Mm-hmm.
people. I tend to have lo I don't have many acquaintances, and the people who I know in my life I've known for years. And even if I meet someone last year or this year, if I am alive in 20 years, it's likely we're going to be friends again. So if there's one thing that I really appreciate and value in my life is that I've been able to build and maintain relationships that survive distance, time, disasters, fights, makeup. I think it is that. I think it is that. Yeah.
But that would be because of some special strength you have. Could
I,
you identify
I wouldn't say it's a strength.
what
I
would
am
it be?
Jennifer, I am able to look at someone, anyone, and I think I have the ability to empathize with people, and I can go in your shoes and be cool where you are, and be okay. If who you are and where you are doesn't suit me, we won't have a relationship. So I can't remember having strife with anybody. I don't have in my recall strife. And it's not that there hasn't been room for strife, but I tend to take people as they come. I I am very I don't believe that I am dishonest in how I present myself to people. And I think that that giving room for give and take allows relationships to blossom. It's probably you can tell me something you know about me, or one of my friends can
You
tell
know,
me something, but when
I, you
I
see, it's not a strength, but it has to be, everybody is different.
Mhm.
And you would say this person have charisma.
Mhm.
This person, something about your personality draws people to them. Somebody have a quiet nature, they're like a confidant, that sort of thing. And I would say if you don't describe it as a strength, it is something. If
It
it's
is
not
a
a
strength.
strength,
It,
okay, well, we
it
agree it's a strength,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah, yeah. It is a strength. It is, it
it
is,
is.
it is a strength. And I think it is, I'm a very, if you want to use those words, I'm a very approachable. I think people can trust me I'm a
Okay,
trustworthy person. I'm a very trustworthy person.
right.
So
Yeah,
I think that is what draws me to people, draws people to me, and draws me to people, and allows relationships to continue. Yeah.
yeah, because trust builds relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
As
I think,
long somebody could trust, as long there's trust, we want to hold on to that person
yeah,
because
I think
you feel, as you say, you feel comfortable
yeah. I hold
talking to you.
a lot of memory, and if you want to use the word, secrets for people in my heart, in confidence, and good, bad, and indifferent. So,
No, but I would say you go deeper within a relationship. You're
yes,
not
very deep.
surface, right?
Yes,
You're not on the
yes,
surface.
yes, yes.
And in us, our friendship, see, we we are great working together and we acknowledge we are different.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah.
But there are times when I always say I really, if I have to, I don't see myself this with warmth,
Mhm,
yet still people tell me they could relate to me easily.
mhm,
But I tend not to go deep in someone's life in terms of their pain and that sort of thing. I could read, if I read you
mhm,
in terms of I can assess the situation, I assess it, I determine how I would deal with it, and I leave it alone.
mhm,
You go further than that.
mhm.
You really care. Not that I don't care, but I don't care to go further into the depth of the situation
I have to understand what's going on with you. I have to
and the
understand.
pain, right?
Yeah, I have to understand.
I
I have to
feel I
understand.
could assess it and I
Yeah,
decide. You
yeah,
don't, which is
yeah,
a positive, by the way,
yeah,
in
yeah,
anything,
yeah,
those who listen.
yeah.
So I think that feeling, you have that deep feeling. If you care for someone, you go deeper to see. Now, if you're hurt, you want to find out what causing that pain, what causing that hurt. And it could be the opposite too, huh? What causing you
Mhm.
to be happy. Because you
Whatever.
would do something or
What's your
say
situation? Yeah.
something
Mhm.
to make it work.
Yeah. I would say this
That
about
is a
me.
strength.
I'll say this
Yeah,
about me, and I think it summarizes that. I would describe it like that. And people
yeah,
who know me, I don't do small talk well at all. I don't do superficial conversations well.
yeah,
So, and I think that's what you're talking about. I go in to
yeah,
find out and understand,
yeah,
but it's not heavy, it's light, and I will come away absolutely knowing and understanding what's your
yeah.
situation, good, bad, or indifferent, and then can respond appropriately. Yeah. Some
Good.
people will say I'm
So
fast, but it's okay.
I will tell us, Terri, why you need to know all that. I don't need
To
to know,
understand people.
you know? So that's my thing. But for me, it's great to have a friend who would do that, because that to me is balancing. If you have a friend like that, it balancing where I may see I could be a little weak there. I say weak, but I'm missing something and you picking it up. And in
Yeah.
picking it up, you are open enough to let me or whoever it is know that, hey, you could have go a little
Yeah.
further.
Pay
You
attention to
could,
this. This is a
yeah,
situation.
yeah,
Pay
do that.
attention to that. Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
done to me, when you do that to me, I actually reflect and say, okay, John, you don't have to be so cold. You could put a little more feeling into it, and it makes a difference. So,
Yeah.
and the fact is, were you always like that? Do you
Yes.
recall?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As a very young child, yes. I remember with my siblings, I'm the youngest of four. And
Mhm.
I remember I have definite memories of being in preschool. So I would have been about 3 or 4. And observing my older sisters and brothers and how they operate and what makes them tick and stuff like that. And so I think I've always been that looking deeper kind of person. Yeah.
Okay, let me go to the other side of that now. So in growing up that was a great trait and you maintained that. It worked and it helped you maintain the relationship. What may be the things that or values, something that you don't tolerate, that you didn't tolerate then and you wouldn't tolerate now to keep your peace of mind or keep up
Anything
your
that is
balance?
discriminatory, anything that is discriminatory. Once you have discrimination and it is especially against weakness, I no, you see a different side in me. In fact, I had a conversation this morning with someone and they made a statement. We were talking about some groups of young people. And they made a very simple statement and said that, well, this group won't accept that group because they're not like them. And I just said, just stop right there. I am rejecting. I don't think they ever heard me talk so passionately to them about something. I utterly reject those kinds of premises. It's not that I think that everybody is equal. It's that there are not differences, but I do not accept discrimination. You work to eliminate it, and I won't go into a place knowing that I am welcome and this person is not welcome, because they're tall, they're short, they're poor, they're white, they're black, they're east, whatever it is. I would not stay there longer than I have to. So I am that is something that can push my buttons. And it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it does.
So, all right. So we have gone through that certain stages, you reach 64. Do you find yourself, can you identify any changes that may have happened in terms of how you were been thinking, maybe not even going that far back, but let's say about 40s, 50s, any strong changes you may have made?
Absolutely. Throughout my life, people used to tell me, you just need to look at my face and you'll know what I think.
Yeah.
My face expresses everything. And I in the last, I would say 10 years and more so in the last 5 years, and it is growing even more, I am able to make assessments and just cut off what I don't want around me. And when I do this, Jennifer.
Yeah.
When I cut you off and think you're not worth my time, you wouldn't have a clue that I am so over you. But we going along happy. It is getting worse, and it is how I keep peace in my life. I don't think I have to fab a fight with you. I could just make you very unimportant to me, and you don't have to know. But I set up boundaries that you will not cross. But our relationship will continue.
What caused that change? What do you think?
I don't have the patience to carry people who don't want to, in my view, if you persist in a position that is not doing you well and you're not trying to come away from it, or if you keep continuing to harp on a situation but not fixing it, then why burden me with it? Why burden me? My days of
you would have tolerated it in the earlies. You may have tolerated
you're going
it in the
along and your
workplace.
husband, oh gosh, we big and we have sense. Give me a break. That's energy taken from me. No, I'm not tolerating it. But I'm being nice about it.
Okay, maybe when you're working, you might tolerate certain things.
No, you have to, because they're no longer stakeholders in my life. You have to be a stakeholder in my life for me to take your nonsense.
I think that what you just said is important, being a stakeholder in your life.
Yeah. If you're an
That
employee
means,
or a boss or supervisor or
yeah.
something, and I need you to achieve something, sure, I'll help you carry you along. But if I don't, and you're continuing with whatever is not productive, no.
But then, Terri-Ann, to reach for any one of us to reach that stage, then we should be clear in our minds what type of life we want.
Oh, I'm very
Would you
clear about
say
that.
so? Yeah,
I'm
because
very clear about that.
if you're not clear, this
Yeah.
is how you want to live your life. I don't want all the negative energy around me because I want to live a certain life, then that comes up. These are choices you have to make. But for someone who not clear on what their future would be, or they want their future to be, then they will stay quarreling and getting into
I put it this way, Jennifer. Your lack of clarity cannot obscure my clarity. So we could be together and working together, and you unclear, but I very clear. It doesn't change. We don't have to break
yeah,
up,
yeah.
but you'll
So
just
what
find that there are certain boundaries you will not cross with me. Yeah.
No, I could relate to that, and I hope our audience who listen realize those who haven't been doing that. As you grow older, also, I believe that you lose the patience for all that. You don't have time for certain
Yeah.
things
No, but
because
Jennifer, we see it because Jennifer is the one who would always want to let's try again, and
yeah,
I'm like, you go, I done.
yeah. But I think what drives you is your purpose, because
Yeah.
what drives me to maybe go the extra mile. And it's quite interesting, huh? Because, and that's what I said, Terri-Ann and I work great together. We understand each other, but this is where the personalities differ. So we just spoke about you, Terri-Ann, going deeper into someone's care about really understanding them and try to see how best you can do that. But on the other hand, someone who comes to you who you're not agreeing where they are because it's taken away your peace. You don't have any tolerance there.
No, no, we have to put a caveat to that. You
Yeah.
see, because I would have dug and I
Already gone through that
understand
part.
you and I understand why this thing is continuing, and most importantly, I understand your role in the continuing.
Mhm.
Then I could be very clear about whether you're sticking around or not.
Well, where, so as I said, I think what
I don't
drives,
think this interview going to come over very well.
no, is what drives the purpose, because you do it.
Yeah.
You actually, so you care.
Oh
And
yeah.
you when you
Oh yeah.
care and you exert and you say you're going all out to make sure that person is, and you realize it ain't making sense again.
If you
Where,
like your misery and I don't like misery, I will leave you to continue
whereas
enjoying
I
it.
would say, okay, I recognize that and I agree with you that some stage you have to let go. I feel my purpose is okay. Let me try a little bit more.
And I never stop you. I never stop
No,
you. I
and
just
we
say
just
go
saying
along.
the end goal though is for us to help that person. That's the
Yeah.
end goal.
Yeah.
But you realized earlier, because you went deeper,
Yeah.
you recognized it earlier that, hey, that's a lost cause. Because I didn't go that to that depth,
You'll find out.
I go a little, I go longer. And then after, I say, all right, now, Jennifer, enough is enough. So as I say, it's a different approach, but it's nice for us to reveal that even with me, as I grow older, getting lesser, I'm not going that far with anybody again. And not as I ain't reached Terri-Ann's stage yet of cutting earlier.
No, but I will continue have to
But
have a relationship with you,
yeah.
but I curate the relationship. How deep it is, how close it is. Yep.
So So with that now, you're looking at, all right, so you know where you are. What would you say would drive you, that drives you to achieve the things, the life that you want to live? That,
I'm going to use the word achievement because achievement for me now means a very, very different thing to what it meant 5 years ago and what it meant 10 years ago.
okay,
Achievement 10 years ago, 15 years ago, um, yes, it would have had to do with physical things, making sure that you meet certain family goals, commitments, for children's education, and you get things settled. Life is never perfect, and there can always be more, but as I have less responsibility for carrying others, a
okay,
lot of my purpose and drive and what I want to achieve has to do with how I feel, my inner happiness, my I don't want to be bothered and worried. I want to always have a smile on my in my voice. I want to be happy. I wanted to be able to enjoy life. I want to be able to enjoy life. I'm deliberately not using the word healthy because
okay.
that word I think is a very weighted word because if you're not healthy, you're not well. I think even if I become unwell, I still want to have that happiness and that joy. And even if I have a disease, something that's incurable, I
Mhm.
want to, with the days that I have, with the care that I have to do, still have a very optimistic, light, cheerful outlook. So
I,
that's where I am going in life now.
that is where I agree with you. But with all that, Terri-Ann, we're bombarded. All right. So we go very positive. I agree with you. I like that. We're not basing it sick, so you have to be,
Mm.
complaining, etc., etc. But how do you at this stage too? Because we have to be so that self-belief, that self-confidence, that faith to be going on and we moving along. How do you, I mean, in a way,
Maintain
you
it.
might answer that just now there, but still, how do you block out all the different noise that keep
Well,
bombarding you?
well, I said before that my life is divinely driven, and I
Mhm.
have a simple statement. Um, this is God's plan for me, and I know
Yeah.
His plan is for me to be happy. So whatever He puts for me to deal with, I will deal with it and be happy. So even if something in my environment is totally obnoxious, problematic, troublesome, I just say, well, you'll deal with it. I don't engage it. I engage
Yeah.
it as I need to, but I don't go to get involved in it and be drawn into it. I will get involved in my examination to find out what is really going on here and
Yeah.
what is your situation. And once I have it clear, then I pop right back to where I was and continue on my happy way. I assess how I could help you or not, and I go on. So I think it is really confidence that God has me, and I can go ahead in that faith and not worry about anything. I think that is the simplest way that I can break it down. I don't have to repeat it, I know it. And that is why I can be like I am. Mhm.
Do you see yourself in that space of um having to do any form of, some people say they have to meditate, they have to take some time out to either meditate, to pray, to go on a silent retreat, things like that out really purposely saying, hey, I need to do this. If I don't do this, I'm going mad. That sort of thing.
I I
Do you find yourself having to do
I do take
anything
time
out of the
out.
normal?
I think I think I am constantly in prayer. I don't think being in prayer means that you're sitting down in a corner meditating. Sometimes I do that. Um, I think sometimes it's necessary, but I sometimes it's as simple as God fix this. I'm not dealing with this, it's too much. Fix it. And I done and I gone. I've done that a lot.
Yeah, because that's why I asked. Because I know some people say, oh God, I can't take it. I need to go on a holiday. I need to do this. I have to go on the beach. I have to breathe. You know, things like
Yeah,
that.
I don't go on holidays to relieve stress. I go on holidays to continue being happy. It's a
Yeah.
very different approach to
No,
holidays.
it's
Yeah.
trying to keep. So what you say in terms of we looking at the future,
Mhm.
you're 64, you're getting into my era.
Unfortunately, I could never catch up with you. I will always be.
But you're looking forward. You're looking
Yeah,
forward.
yeah.
Do you see yourself in terms of I'm not using the word dreams. I don't like dreams. You're on a journey. Do
Mhm.
you see yourself now going towards the 64, going down the road, having to change, make any changes, any serious changes, or will you continue or are you going? What would you?
I I I I don't if I look at myself now, I said this is my biggest achievement. Um if life brings something to me that needs to have me change, I will change. But I will change to maintain my inner peace and happiness. I don't see a part of me that right now needs fixing. I'm not perfect, and I always try to be a kind and considerate, loving person to my fellow man. Um, but if things happen in life, if you never know what could happen down the road that changes my
Yeah,
world
yeah.
entirely, and as they say, rock your world from the foundations. I believe again, because if it happens, it was God's plan that He would He would also have the solution for it. So I will continue and keep open for that solution so that I don't become a doubter.
You
Yeah.
know, we spoke some time ago, or did we? Oh, we actually had a guest, Kathleen, chatting with us. Kathleen is 80 and sharing with us, her experiences being at, 80 and going on, right? Do you see drastic difference between life from looking on, right? Looking at the future and those persons who, especially now, your dad is in the 90s. So you actually know persons in the 70s, like myself, we had cutting on in the 80s, and you have your dad in the 90s, and you knew my mom in the hundreds. So you actually had these
Yeah.
stages ahead. How do you see yourself? How would you approach, or do you plan to approach different stages differently? Let me put it
No,
that
I
way.
see myself continuing in the same way, in the same outlook. I think I spent my mother's last 3 weeks with her. The day before that woman went to hospital, when she died
Mhm.
5 days later, she sat down and gave her helpers a speech about how to take care of her man, her husband. She had on a
Yeah.
very sexy tube top and pedal pushers, and she had her lipstick, and she was living
Mhm.
life. She was living life. I speak to my father. He is happy. He is contented. He has lived life. He has no regrets. He has no regrets. He
Yeah.
has not had a perfect life. He is not a perfect person,
Right.
but he has no regrets. And I think I have that kind of outlook. So I don't anticipate I will be older. I will be physically older. I might be frailer. You don't know what is coming down
Yeah.
the pike. but I think my outlook will be the same.
Which
Unless
is,
something happens to my mind.
you know, I believe also, Terri-Ann, as I said, persons 70s, 80s, 90s, 100. And when I think of the persons and I feel it makes a difference,
Mhm.
as you talk about your mom and your dad, and I sure at least Kathleen had a very positive, and I am 70 plus, that when you meet persons or relate to people at the different stages in life, and you can pull from that.
Mhm.
You can pull and say, okay, but all of them happy. They have, as you said, nobody perfect.
Yeah.
All of us will tell you, and you
You
may
have to
know
accept your
lots
life.
of
You have
the
to accept where you
challenges,
are now.
but they
Yeah.
accept life, but your purpose, they see yourself as you're growing old, but you want to grow old with a happy, nice spirit,
Mm.
making others laugh,
Mm.
bringing joy to other people's life. And if you continue along that line, because you're already like that, all you need to do is continue. Yes, as you say, we have challenges, but you mentioned it before. Even if you're not feeling well, because we ain't gonna have none of us
Mm.
have this perfect health until we would have certain health challenges. But even with that, having a joyful spirit,
Yeah.
a kind spirit,
Mhm.
makes a difference.
Yeah.
And if, yes, I agree with you, if you could continue in that same vein, you have to just continue
Yeah.
because you're already doing that and enjoying life,
Mm.
accepting that there would be challenges on the way.
Yeah.
But do you have any, and that's great. And I say, Terri-Ann, all of us who aging and in this stage in life should really, this is what
Mm.
I would think we would want, a joyful
Jennifer,
life.
I think, I'm listening and I'm saying, all right, I can make a statement again.
Yeah.
I love people. I would understand people. But at this stage in my life and moving forward, the most important person is me, and my well-being and happiness. And I think that because of how I manage myself and because of my outlook and the energy that I radiate, anyone in my orbit will benefit from that. So it is less for me to bring joy to you than to ensure that when we are together, there is joy. So, and that is how people who have who want to hold on to misery could be my friend. Because when we together, we enjoy. And when you go back and you want to go back in the misery, it's okay. It's okay. But I'm not going to let you come by me with your misery. And if I can help you to see life a little more with a little bit more joy, a little bit more love, a little bit more peace, then and you can use that to sort out your situation where it is, then fine. But I think at this stage in our lives, we've raised children, we've raised family, we've survived marriages or not. We've gotten to this stage. This is the third act. This is where I truly believe, Jennifer, this is my time. This is my time. And it really comes out of me being a contented, happy woman with a not perfect life, but even in its imperfections, I am okay.
I hear you with that. I always congratulate you on that because listen to me, I am one, just one that happy,
Yeah.
love yourself,
Just
put
decide
yourself
to be it.
first.
Just decide to be it.
But
Mm-hmm.
with all that, Terri-Ann, I believe, and this coming from me,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody is different, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel that I have this role to play. It could be putting pressure on me, by the way. And for those who thinking like me, we have to be careful and keep reflecting that we're not putting this extra pressure on ourselves, right? So let me start by saying that I have this thing that I have this role to play.
You're always
And,
looking for big stone to pick up.
and maybe that's why, as I said, may not go deeper, but I go the extra mile. That could be so my role, I see my role and going the extra mile as I feel. I have to help someone and help you be happy, which is not possible in many ways. I'm just saying it, right? Because there may be many people out there like me, and you ask yourself whether you're not putting pressure on yourself. Yes, I see. I want to be happy, but in doing that, we could be weighing down ourselves. So while I'm not like Terri-Ann with releasing the weight, I tend to, I don't know where in my mind, I feel that, they say a cutout for a certain role.
Yeah.
But I keep asking myself that question.
But the world needs all kinds of people. It needs everybody. As I say, they have the thing,
Yeah.
all have crossed unless none have crossed unless all have crossed. It means in
Yeah.
any battalion, somebody has to go in front and clear the way, somebody has to help them through, and somebody has to be the stopper if you're going to hide. I am not a stopper. I will be probably somewhere near the front or helping others across.
Well, I'm now going to
I
ask
am
you
the stopper.
So since I feel this deep feeling that maybe I hope Monday I could just release, but since I feel this is the role I want to play, or me, do you see yourself with any role at all, or any sense of purpose?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
How you would describe that?
I really have a true interest in. I don't like the phrase "you make your life better" because a lot of people put making it better in economic terms and stuff like that. I really think that your mind, where you put your mind to see a blue sunny sky and not look down and see mud. They talk about the prisoner, and some people are just focused on the mud and they do not look up to
Yeah.
see the sky. I stay away from putting dollar signs. You're not going to be happy if you get rich. You're not going to be happy if you get, yes, you always want material things, hunger, homelessness, illness, need funds. But in any situation that you're in, I firmly believe if you cannot see the sky, then you cannot soar out of it. If you continue looking at the mud, that's the only place you could go. And there's nothing beyond the mud, but there's so much potential beyond the skies. And I think that as I interact with people, why I have to try and understand them is sometimes you have to show people the blue sky in their existence. Sometimes they're so busy looking at the mud, they didn't realize you have blue skies around you. And I think that's how I draw people and try to help people.
So if you are open to that, helping someone, what would you say in terms of any wisdom? What would you pass on to them? That let me say it this way, that will be easy for
Easy is to
that's very easy for them to follow.
believe in your heart and soul that God did not put you here just to suffer. So look for the blue sky. He did not put you here just to suffer.
But so you're not telling them what in the blue sky.
No,
they have to find.
And we could talk. In talking, I'll help you identify it. But you've got to find it. You've got to find it. You have to. Even a prisoner in a cell has a window to look out and see birds fly. But if you want to look at the mud, what you want me to do?
You know, Terri-Ann, it just hit me too. You know, we chatting and you are the timer. So you will just tell me
We have
the,
about 10 minutes again.
oh, because I'm now saying I'm having fun, figuring out more, and I could go. But you know, tell me other thing that interests me. All right. So we talking aging, and we talking like I had a beautiful luncheon this week with some, coworkers way back, and it was really fun. And you're talking about aging, and I love when people say, "Oh, Jennifer, you're looking good." I love that. You know, sometimes you hear, "Oh gosh, a woman is taking on too much, etc., etc." And I'm asking this as a woman. If you ask me, I like, I tell them, I like freedom. I like a free life that way. And I like to be happy, as you said. What would you, can you say advice? We're not advice. Um, what would you say may be missing, miss, missing somewhere in some of us women over in the 50s in our cohort? What you I may identify
We've
that they
talked
may be
about it.
missing?
Jennifer, we've talked about it many times. I think they are looking for validation external to themselves. And
Yeah,
and once you do that, you hand power over to other people to determine if you're good enough or whatever it is.
yeah,
And I tend to, when I meet people who are so externally driven, I will just be, well, fine, we're going along. You don't get depth from me at all
yeah.
because there is no depth to go there because, you know, you could think the worst thing about me or whatever it is, but if I don't agree with you, you can't affect me. So I don't
I,
know how to do that to people. I don't know. I don't know. I think some
I,
people like to be there. I don't know.
I thought about that too, and I'm thinking, as I say, we chat on this because we always, I mean, this is what we do, talk to persons in our cohort. I wonder sometimes if people like the idea, as they say, letting other persons make the decision for them.
Yes, it is much easier to do, Jennifer.
Yeah,
Um, Taking responsibility for your happiness and letting the responsibility, handing that over to my God, is leaving yourself on a real wacky track. It is much easier to just
yeah.
lay it over to somebody, and then if something goes wrong, you have somebody to blame, and it's not you. It is
You
much
actually
easier
hear,
to do that. It has bad consequences, but it is much easier to do, you know.
yeah, you see, they actually say like, well, I really didn't have a voice, or I couldn't do this,
Then
or
keep quiet and I
it
move
kind of
on.
like, simple things like why not make yourself happy? What's wrong with that? You know?
Jennifer,
Why you have to,
I don't know the answer to those questions. And when people say those
yeah.
things, I agree with them. I say, oh God, yes, it's true. And I change the subject.
Okay, so let me say this. I have one more question. It's a question I find every time someone asks it, I say, here they go again, but I feel I have to add it. They say, well, let me put it this way. How do you, yeah, I don't want to say the normal way, is what
No,
would you
say it the
tell him?
normal way and fix it
What would,
afterwards.
how they said, if you're, so you're 64. So we'll say, if your 64-year-old self have to write a letter to your what? 70, so it's 74, so it's 10 years ahead. 74-year-old self, what would you see? What would you write?
You mean if I write a letter to my 55-year-old self? Because you
You're
usually
going
write a
back?
letter back.
No, I'm not going
Oh, you
back.
want me to write a letter to my future
I'm
self?
going to the future.
Okay,
I'm
going
not
to the
going back.
future. Oh,
I
that
know
would
the
be
norm. I know the
easy.
normal thing is go back. I don't want to go back.
Now be
I'm going
easy.
forward.
Now be easy.
Yeah, I'm going
Easy. I'll
forward.
say 74-year-old Terri-Ann, I hope that you have not lost your love of life and spark for life. I hope you are still doing the things that you love to do and getting quickly out of the way the things you don't like to do, but you have to do. And the only caution I would put to my 74-year-old self is I hope that you don't hurt people in the process. Yeah.
You know what I thought she was going to say? She wanted to be like Jennifer.
About what? Oh gosh, no exposing myself, Jennifer. We
That's
work
why.
together. We work together. Together, everybody is taken care of. Everybody, nobody is left behind when we work together. See, if we separate, some people in trouble with me and some people in trouble with Jennifer.
You know, so that's why I wanted her to go to the future and not go back. But you know, Terri-Ann is beautiful. I love you as my friend. I really
I love you too, Jen.
I you know, as I say, no, we didn't plan, you know, we don't plan this. But it is really beautiful when you can chat openly, learn. I have learned, and I love the idea that Terri-Ann is younger than I am in terms of just we're just talking about age, you know, not too much experience. But what I'm doing this show, she's more she's she's the academic in terms of really, as I said, going deeper, not even in people. She goes more in depth in things, while I tend to be on the
And to
surface.
find out where the madness coming from.
And you know, I tend to be a little lighter. And that is what is great. And Terri-Ann, I love that because she's who she is. I don't want her to be, and I was just teasing Jason, you know, I don't want her to be like me. You can't be like me. But I love the idea that who you are, and this is why we could easily work together. Let me tell you, when we discussing things, and I tend not to do research, as you may realize. So, and Terri-Ann will say, Jennifer, what we talking about? Let me tell you about me. I have ideas too bad. I have lots of ideas. I could come up with topics for
Tough topics.
so I said, for sure. We thought of this. Let's discuss this. And we're doing it like sometimes the same day, right? Just before the show. And I have these bright ideas, and I will send and tell her, oh, we could talk about this. And she said, so what's the message? What's the purpose? What is this? What is, I said, Terri-Ann, I don't have time to research all that. You will come up with that.
What we
I
want
give
to
you
leave
the topic.
people with? What we want people to find out?
She said at the end of it, what you, I said, listen, I given you the topic. I have the ideas. I give you all that. You put it together in a nice, intelligent way. And you just tell me, and I would lead the way. Just let me know, and I will follow through. And that is what, Terri, I love it. We have this show. Look
Jennifer
how long
has
we doing this
wisdom.
show.
Jennifer sees things from far. She sees the outline.
I hate to
All
do
right,
this.
but it needs some filling in to make some sense.
She's a researcher. She's the historian. And Terri, that is fantastic. And I tell her, I love bright people. Sorry to say, I love intelligent people. I like an
Curious
intelligent
people,
conversation.
curious. I'm curious, very curious.
Yeah,
I'll always have 10,000 questions for you.
but I'm lazy. I lazy like that. So let her do the work. But what is great that she does it. I feel so proud.
That's
If it
why my
had-
mother warned you about my bills. before we start working.
If it had two like me, I don't know, it would have been different. So I very proud to be working with somebody who bright.
It comes back to my statement,
Yeah.
Jennifer, which is a very, very serious statement. And it's another thing in terms of people who I can be with. And it is that we are both very faith-driven people.
Yeah.
And I know that I will never end up in a place that is not good for me because he does not want ill for me. So it doesn't matter when I hear you come up with something, I just say, man, all right, God, where's the plan here? But your ideas are often not mundane and the normal, and it's always a different twist on something. And because all right, no, I have to think about this. How can we do this? What can we do? Yeah. And then going back and forth with questions, it comes out. So I think our intelligences are different, but I don't think one is less or one is more tall. Not at all.
I was great, as I told her, this is her birthday. So we celebrating. This is a special issue on her birthday. And I said, Terri-Ann, it's going to be a Q&A. She said, what questions you ask? And it can come up, you know? So Terri-Ann, I must say, it is a blessing. You are a blessing. I am so happy to be a friend. You have covered everything. I learn a lot. I love all the lessons. You may not realize it, but I am learning to maybe go a little deeper sometimes to help people.
You ain't going.
And let me tell you once.
Just as much as I cutting off, you ain't going.
I may be, sometimes I'm invited to something. I say, Terri, I'm not going. And she said, well, yes, I don't feel like going. But as a good friend, I say, why? I said, still not going. And then after, I think I say, you know what? She has a point. Don't be so selfish and put yourself out. I do it. And I love the encouragement. I love the fact that if you believe in something, you say it. You don't hold back. No. I never see it at all to me as any insult, any put down, anything at all, or believing that you're better than. No. I have never gotten at all anything like that.
You'll always know what I think, and
I appreciate that. So it is beautiful having you as the main person here, interviewing you, and it was quite a beautiful, quite honest, from the heart. It's from the heart. Yeah. You didn't know I was going to ask you. We don't know how it's going to flow. But I am very, very proud of you. Proud of you being part, being my here at Connections, that the other, you say, I am Terri-Ann. I am, with me. It's my friend. I love it. I love it. I thank you all for listening. It was great.
And if my people out there who know me, if I've misrepresented myself, just put it in the note and correct me. I'm open to correction always.
And I am saying she didn't. I would have said if she did. I would be honest. I would tell you, look, she's said Terri-Ann is saying this. I don't agree with it. But I agree with everything. So thank you again. I am not good at singing happy birthday, so we will just play the happy birthday.
I'll sing it. Happy birthday
and guess what? Because it wasn't planned properly, I don't have a toast. So forgive me. So I will do something as a little toast so we can.
I will tell you, Jennifer, this is my idea of a nice old talk. When I say I do small talk, I don't do small talk well. This is a great old talk. I absolutely enjoyed it. I look forward to doing the same for you on your birthday next April.
Well, yeah, sure. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye for now. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Tasha Vacation. It's your birthday, baby. Bumper touchdown. Turn up the sound. Man, can look you down. Without a
Plus tribe and follow us from Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Thank you for joining us on this Connections 50 Plus 5.8G Alive show.
We hope you enjoyed the lively conversation and look forward to seeing you next week.
Don't forget to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We really love getting your feedback. Bye for now.